Hey everyone, in this video I want to talk about how I'm continuing to give up on things in a good way. No, this isn't some kind of black pill video where I'm like, oh, woe is me, it's over for me. It was over for me before it even began. It's so over. No. So in the previous video I mentioned, I told you all about how I learned from Joker 2, the experience of seeing it, that it's okay to give up on things sometimes. And today I continue to do that. I continued applying that lesson. So I decided to give up on getting grocery deliveries because I realized I wanted to redeem the empty soda cans and bottles I have so that I can spend a little less and also eliminate the cost of the tip. I at the very least just need to make sure I can have someone pick me up from the store and then I'm good to go. And so $42 was able to go back into my pocket today because I was able to transfer what I would have spent on renewing the membership next May because I decided to cancel it. The way I see it, if I truly desperately need something that day, I can use the app to pay a one-time fee for same-day delivery. That's also what I'm going to do with the Target one if I ever find myself out and about. I'm actually going out of town for a few days by the end of this year, while I'll still have the Target Circle 360 membership active by that point. At the very least, I'll have that as an option. Otherwise, in the interest of giving me somewhere to be so I don't fall into bad habits, I've decided I am not doing grocery deliveries on a regular basis. Yeah, the way I see it, as soon as a couple items enter my list, I can just get a pit stop or go over there and get what I need. Maybe only even need to fill a basket most days rather than do this big trip. I gotta load up everything. No, as soon as I see that I should replenish something, I can just do that. Because let me tell you, it's hard to stay close to the $30 minimum. My experience today was I was able to add all the items I wanted to get to the carts in the app, and I was able to track them down and then follow that list the same way I would follow, say, a cart from a delivery app. I'm able to look at it and I'm able to forecast how much money it's going to be. See, that's one of the reasons I kept on getting grocery deliveries this whole time. Like I said in the video I did on why I got groceries delivered, it allowed me to actually look at the price before I had to pay for it. Now, as long as I have my member QR code for that, I'll be getting the same prices. You know what? With my experiences with the two times that items were missing and I had to get them refunded, I think it hurts a little less if it turns out the store didn't have it, period, versus that happening. Because at least at that point, you know there was literally nothing they could have done. Another thing I noticed is some of the items I looked at on the app while I was in there, the app said it was in stock, but it was clearly not there. So I think it takes a while to update. You know what? I think I'd rather be disappointed when I'm there in the store and never have a hold on my card in the first place. So yeah, there's that. I also decided on a time to give the Rocky Horror Picture Show with the full body cast another chance. So I did a little digging. I went to their Instagram page, and their bio clearly stated 9:30 p.m. every Saturday at the AMC at the Boston Common. Now, why the AMC website doesn't say 9:30 and it says 9 o'clock instead, do I even want to know? You know what? I think I should probably tell someone when I go there. Not if, when. That, or I'll find out why. Like, I would love to know why they have it set up like that. But I digress. My plan is to go on a Saturday in the summer, specifically in the month of July when the sunset is way later, so I can leave the house at 6 or even 7 o'clock, and there'll still be plenty of daylight to go by. I can take the T to get to the Boston Common stop, get something to eat, and then hang out there for not as long, and to not be worn out by having spent the entire day at the Museum of Science and then walked half an hour through Boston to get there. And who knows, maybe it won't even be that as crowded at the movie because it'll be a typical Saturday in July and not a Halloween spectacular. Well, maybe it'll still be sold out. Who knows? You know what? This also gives me time to invite my friends. If it's just a Saturday in July, nothing special about it. Like, I might wait till well after the 4th of July. I could more realistically get my friends together. You know what? I settled on deciding that for all intents and purposes, this time will be my actual first time. To put it in the innuendo talk they use, like why they refer to it as being a virgin, I'll say I was led on and then ultimately chickened out. Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. I felt led on by the tickets saying 9 o'clock when the main show, well, I'm gonna call that the pre-show. I was like, what is all this leading into the movie time? Like, are we actually gonna get to the actual movie? But I will neither complain nor back out this time. I can plan better. I can maybe have some friends with me so that I can't weasel out of there as easily. Might not even feel as late because, again, it'll be in the summer. The sun will have set a lot later. I'll have still left the house when there was sunlight so that I only have to go out there while the sun's out, and then I only have to travel through nighttime conditions when the sun one time in the night. Yeah, and no other all day trips during that. I thought consolidating all three of those events into one day, doing it all in one push would be a good idea. It wasn't. Ultimately, I don't regret anything about last Thursday with Halloween, except for not having done my research on when exactly the Rocky Horror Picture Show full body cast show starts. And who knows, if I see it through to the end in July and I like it enough, I might try this again next Halloween. Or maybe I'll say, hey, I actually saw it through this time for the Rocky Horror Picture Show with the full body cast. That's great. Now, I can't really think of anything else special to do for Halloween, so I'm just not really gonna do anything. I mean, I haven't been invited to anything Halloween related, and I can't even remember how long. And I kind of gave up on trying to make doing anything at home more exciting or anything with friends could happen at home. Because in 2015, I had a friend over to watch A Nightmare on Elm Street, and they left after that, after which I watched The Nightmare Before Christmas. It was my 200th Saturday movie as well. It was a whole thing. I'll explain that in another video. 2016 was, I think, the last time I made an honest attempt at a costume because I used face paint to try and be a zombie of someone who died playing Pokemon Go. Yeah, it was a weird idea. I can't really recall 2017. I'm gonna guess that nothing special happened that day. Plus, I had school that day and the next, so not exactly a good idea for doing anything. 2018, watched the Blair Witch Project at home. 2019. Oh yeah, I said in the previous video that I worked. 2020, watched The Nightmare Before Christmas after working a day shift. 2021, worked until about 8 p.m. and I watched The Evil Dead when I got home. 2022, I'd have to look at my calendar to see if I did anything Probably not. 2023, I got some junk food and such, specially set up for just hanging out in my room and not dealing with trick-or-treaters. That's actually one of the reasons I pushed myself to do this with this Halloween, because I knew for a fact I would refuse to hand out any candy to trick-or-treaters, and I knew that I would hear the doorbell more often than I'd like. So the whole reason that I decided to try going out on Halloween this year was give it a chance and remove myself from what I knew was going to be, at best, kind of annoying, at worst, I don't know, a reminder that I'm old now, so Halloween just isn't what it used to be. Now, I'm at peace with that. And you know what? I can always watch It's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown every year. And who knows, maybe I can try something else that doesn't involve staying out as late. Or if I do something that goes on throughout the day, I'll make sure I'm home by 10 o'clock. I don't really like staying out past 10 o'clock, if I'm being completely honest. I never was much of a night person. At most, I'll stay out if a movie is longer. Like, I think the last time before this that I stayed out any time past 10 o'clock was December of 2022 when my friends and I went to see Avatar 2. Because it started at 7 or so and went well past 10:30. But that was an exception. Other than that, I'm usually home before sunset, well, more often after sunset, now that the clocks are going to be moving back an hour. But I'm going to leave it here for the video, so comment down below whether you like going out at night every now and then. Me personally, I think I'm going to try doing some doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show thing in the summer so that it doesn't feel as late. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.